Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 1 with Playing on a Budget, Modern Infect, Mono Black Infect. This is definitely a mulligan hand as we only have the one land, so I'm going to have to ship this guy back. And again, this isn't much better. I'm actually going to keep this though, as I don't want to go down to 5. I mean, this is a keepable 5 hand right here. And if we draw into one more land, we can sign in blood. And we got 2 Disfigures and Inquisitions. I'm not going to mull this. Off to a pretty bad start to the daily. Probably playing against UWR Control, which can be a tough matchup. These Celestial Colonnades can be a pain in the butt. But if we can stick a Phyrexian Crusader and he doesn't have any sort of removal, it dodges almost all the removal in his deck but a Supreme Verdict. So let's see what we get here. There's our Inkmoth Nexus. Unfortunately, it's not the land we need to actually cast that Sign in Blood. So we'll just lead off with an Inquisition and see what we get here. So there's a Sphinx's Revelation, which we can't actually take. A Path to Exile is completely useless. Wow, what a weird keep for him as well. It looks like it's just going to be just blue-white control. And Sphinx's Revelation, of course, is the better card to take. This Path to Exile misses most things in our deck. So we got to find an answer for the Celestial Colony, and we should be okay. So take the Sphinx's Revelation. He was very greedy to keep that hand, and he's getting punished for it. A lot of players like to keep a lot of lands in their hand with the Sphinx's Revelation. And I'm glad I did have that Inquisition, as I can definitely punish him for that. And now let's hope he just draws into bricks, and then we can catch back up with the Sign of Blood. So no surprise there, no turn 2 drop. We can throw out this Inkmoth Nexus, and we don't have a play now. The Inkmoth Nexus, I'm going to actually try to bait this Inkmoth Nexus to get pathed. I think that'll be awesome if I can get it to get pathed. A Geist Saint Trapped is actually very, very bad for us. We can't do anything about it unless we draw into a black for a Phyrexian Crusader, and we don't. So, yeah, can't actually bait off a Path to Exile now to get that double black. We just need to pray for a land here. We're going to go ahead and get rid of a card out of his hand. He's probably just going to get rid of a land here. He's got plenty. And this Geist, unfortunately, drew into this Geist without us being able to draw into an answer, but usually we have pretty good answers. Like this Phyrexian Crusader, with the Path to Exile on this deck, he can't do anything. We're going to take 6 here, though. And again, we just need to draw into that land. The good thing about this deck, though, is I do have Geth's Verdicts in the sideboard. I think I have 3 of them. And so Geist Saint Trapped isn't a big deal with the Geth's Verdicts. So I'm going down to 16, still in decent life. I am starting to worry about this Celestial Colonnade. But again, the Crusader can block it all day long. So land. All right, look at that. So we will throw out the Phyrexian Crusader, and now he's definitely going to have to find a answer to it, and I don't think he does have an answer to it. So I think we're good. I think we're good to go here, unless he drew into a counterspell. If that's the case, yeah, we're pretty much in bad shape. It looks like a Cryptic Command is coming. Ouch, that does hurt us a lot. So he was able to get 2 amazing draws with the Geist Saint Trapped and the Cryptic Command, and we're going to take another 6 here from the Geist, and I hope he didn't draw into another counterspell. And it doesn't look like well, let's see what he's doing here. If he spends his mana, we should be okay. Alright, that's fine. I mean, that does hurt. We're going to get hit by the Golem token. Ooh, yeah. We're going to hit by the Golem token. I mean, wow, this is actually, we have to block the Golem token. And we take 2. I think this is just going to be game, unfortunately. And we could disfigure, to stay alive. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is going to be game, because we have to block the Golem here, because we're going to be taking 8 if we don't, and we'll be taking 7, and we'd have to find an answer for this Geist. Yeah, this is going to be very difficult. Doesn't get a land, that's good. So he's going to attack, and I'm going to have to block. Whoa, okay. I'm like, why is he attacking with the Blade Splicer? So the 4/4 comes into play. I'm going to block the Golem here. My Crusader will die, though, and his Golem will go down, but it's the only way to go to a 1. And we're just going to, yeah, we're definitely just going to be dead here next turn. So I'm thinking the Infest does come in, too. Yeah, this is game, because we can kill off the We can kill off the Golem, we can kill off the Blade Splicer, but we can't do anything else. So unfortunately, the mole really hurt us there. Getting stuck on that land. If we would have had a land an extra turn, we should have been fine because that Crusader would have came out before the Cryptic Command, and I think we would have been okay. So definitely the sideboard, Sadistic Sacraments don't come in. It's not any sort of combo, but these do come in, and I actually do think the Duress may come in too. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that Vampire Nighthawks are actually quite weak in this matchup, as they can get Path. Skittles might be a bit weak too. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to take the Skittles out. We're just going to go down to very, very few cards, and hopefully we can get him here. Go for the Throat can come out. It doesn't destroy anything decent in his deck. I do want the Pikes as a way for the Inkmoth Nexus to get hooked up and attack in for the one turn. I love Raven's Crime. Dismember's of course not needed in this, as we're bringing in the Infest and Guest Verdicts. So I'm thinking that the weakest cards in here would be between Inquisitions, but Inquisition can get rid of Geist too. But let's see what other. It basically could hit most things in his deck. Oh, Disfigures. Definitely Disfigures. We don't need Disfigures. So I'm going to bring in 2 Nighthawks. Or maybe I'm going to bring in a Nighthawk and a Skittles. Or maybe a Lashwrithe. I'm thinking a Lashwrithe might actually be better than a Nighthawk. I'm not too worried about life. Other than Nighthawks can actually block the Geist pretty easy, but they're just path food. But he might actually be getting rid of the paths. Huh. Let's get rid of. I'm going to go get rid of 1 Raven's Crime, and I'm going to put this Lashwrithe, Vampire Nighthawk, and Skittles in here. See how that works. Much better hand. We'll lead off here with a Duress or a Bojuka Bog. I don't know if we need to. We'll just lead off here with the Duress. And we should be able to get rid of a Cryptic Command or Sphinx's Revelation. Hopefully we don't just whiff. I'm hoping he kept his paths in, because that will be hilarious if he did, because they cannot target this Phyrexian Crusader. We could also get rid of like a Supreme Verdict. I think this first turn Duress is going to be very, very good. So we'll go ahead and use it. And there's a Sphinx. Look at that. Geist, Baneslayer. Wow. But he can't cast anything. Now he needs to draw on a land. So we can get rid of his Sphinx's Revelation. And I'm liking that Magic does this now. It actually lists what he had in his hand. So Geist Plains, Geist, Island, Baneslayer Angel. So weird keep on his part. See what we can do with this. Baneslayer is going to be a bit problematic. We've got the Guest Verdict for one of them. Might as well just cast the Bojuka Bog right now, even though it doesn't really get rid of much, just the Sphinx's Revelation. But who knows, a Snapcaster late game could actually get him back in. And we'll be able to throw out this Phyrexian Crusader next turn, unless he drew into like a Remand or something. I'm hoping he didn't. Let's get this guy to stick, and it'll be awesome. Yeah, he sticks. Okay. So he's probably definitely gonna throw out the Geist next turn, which I am definitely not afraid of. I'll just make him Guest Verdict. So he's gonna probably just take 2 here, throw out the Geist. I'm gonna Guest Verdict it, and get in here for 3 Infect with an Inkmoth and a Crusader. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe I don't really want to overextend into Supreme Verdict. I doubt he has it though, but double Crusader is definitely a threat, but do I need it is the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna actually just throw out double Crusader. So attack here with the Crusader. He's gonna take 2 Infect damage. He cannot block. He wouldn't want to anyway with his Geist. And he is up to 2 poison counters. And with this Phyrexian Crusader number 2, he is looking even. He is looking at just a 2-turn clock after this. So he does get the Marsh Blast. Baneslayer Angel's not going to do anything for him. I bet he will attack in with this Geist of St. Traft. I mean, he might just have like a Cryptic Command in his hand that he's willing to use right now. So let's see. I hope he didn't get that Supreme Verdict. I am afraid of that. But what I am thinking is he's just going to chuck another Geist down, because I'm definitely going to block here and kill off this Geist. Or is he just gonna resto it? Oh, that's fine. So he just restos it. I just take 4. He can't block my... He can't block either one of my Crusaders here. So I am feeling really good about this. There's a swamp for actually Skittles. I don't know if we'd rather... I kind of just want to throw this Lashwrithe. Is he dead? Okay, that'd be 4. Oh, he's not quite dead. We'll guess verdicts here. Well, no, if we guess verdict, he'll just sack his Geist. So we want to do it on his upkeep. So definitely attacking with the 2 Crusaders. He's up to 6. And here in his upkeep, we are going to guess verdict. And he'll probably sack the Geist. I mean, he could just Cryptic Command it, but then he's just dead next turn. And we've got these Inkmoth Nexus up to block too. We don't even need them. So, I mean, he's got to have like a Cryptic Command in his hand. That's what I thought he'd do. And, I mean, he can only cast... I mean, Cryptic's the only thing that can save him here. Yeah, not worried about... Okay, so yeah, he didn't have an answer in his hand. So turn 5 win with the Crusaders. You can see how powerful they are against his deck. I really am kind of liking this Lashwrithe. And now that I see that the Restoration Angels, I kind of do want to go for the throat. But, yeah. And Vampire Nighthawks are always good as well. They block a Geist. I think he's more creature-oriented than not. I'm thinking, but these are just so powerful versus him. I mean, the good thing about this deck is everything is just incredibly powerful versus him. I'm thinking that Duress actually might not be the right move here. I'm going to take out some Duresses. And I'm actually going to put back in a Nighthawk and another Lashwrithe. Because I'm pretty sure that he now got rid of these Path to Exiles, and the Nighthawks will be really good versus him. So, the Duress might actually be really good versus his Supreme Verdicts. But I'm not too worried about Supreme Verdicts because I still have the secondary win condition with the Inkmoth. This is, of course, a great hand. Not going to mull this. Got the Pike. Got the Wrench Mine. I'm going to be able to get rid of his hand quite quickly. So we will lead off with a Raven's Crime, and I do like to see that third land. And we'll have a Wrench Mine next turn. Oh, he did keep his Path to Exiles in. That is very interesting, I guess, for the Inkmoth Nexuses. But there's one out of the way anyway. I don't think he'll have a turn 2 play, yeah. He might have a counterspell for this, but it's still 1 for 1 if that's the case. So we'll Wrench Mind him. Yeah, that's fine. It's still a mana leak, so it's a 1 for 1. Makes him waste some mana leak. I'm hoping a Geist comes out here so I can Verdict him and Funeral Charm him. Blade Splicer. Ugh. Well, that's a pain in the butt. So I'll just Funeral Charm the Blade Splicer and then make him sack the other one. Or do I even care? I think, actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of his hand. I'll just take 4. That's fine. So let's see what we get rid of here. Restoration Angel's awesome. Alright, cool. I'm glad I did that. We are going to be taking 4, but not a big deal. Tectonic Edge does absolutely nothing. Well, actually, it does kill my Inkmoth Nexuses. That is true, but taking 4 here. Hopefully, can draw into some sort of... There's Infest, but that doesn't do much. I'll let him overextend. We'll just cast a Sign in Blood here. And hopefully draw into another land and something else. So there's a Bog. Bog's fine. Get rid of his graveyard here so he can't actually snap cast anything back. We are still taking a lot of damage from these Golem and Blade Slicers, but we should be okay. We do need to draw into a threat here. Okay, that's fine. I'm definitely okay with him trading a land for my Bojuka Bog. Now he can't kill an Inkmoth. And unfortunately, I do believe I have to Infest here. So I can guess Verdict that Golem away the next turn. And we got plenty of Infest back. Unfortunately, we aren't drawing into one of those Nighthawks or any sort of removal to get rid of this Golem. So this is going to be a close game. The Golem could just get him there. I hope he doesn't play another card next turn. Is he thinking about mana leaking this is the thing? Yeah, he is thinking about it. So yeah, we do need to draw into some sort of removal. I'm hoping I actually do draw into like a Funeral Charm, and then I can get rid of both of them next turn. So 4 again, I'm down to 6. Another Pike, that's definitely not what I wanted to see. We'll Infest now. He's going to thin out his deck with his Marsh Flats, but yeah, he's down to no cards here. And I'm going to be down to a 3, so this is getting very scary. I hope he didn't top into anything, like a Mana Leak or anything like that, or we're just playing dead. Just got some bad draws with both the Runechanter Spikes, all the Infest. There's Geth's Verdict. Hope he doesn't have it. If he has it, I just die. That'll be unfortunate. He's got like Remand, Mana Leak, and just drew perfectly there. And it looks like we're okay. So eventually, you got to think we're going to draw into a Nighthawk. Can he? Oh, he's going to end a turn Restoration Angel, right? Is that what happened? Wow. So we just got big time outdrawn there. You can't beat that. Yeah, he did draw just perfectly. And yeah, unfortunately, we do lose the game here. And I do like this matchup, though. I don't really think it's the deck's fault. I do think we did get outdrawn in those 2 games we lost. But that's life. Anyway, we'll concede this game, see what we would have drawn here. A Phyrexian Crusader wouldn't have done it. Actually, Phyrexian Crusader hooked up to a Runechanter's Pike would have got us there. But yeah, Restoration Angel and that Mana Leak was just perfect draws for him. Inquisition wouldn't have got us there either. We did need those Nighthawks to come out eventually. Anyway, this has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. We'll have match number 2 here shortly. Thanks for watching.